10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The future holds nothing else but confrontation.
Ago, I was given the opportunity to become your Ultra X champion, and I want to return the favor tonight. I am calling out any superstar in the back who thinks they got the cojones to step in this ring and dance the dance with Manny Fresh. Just remember one thing, people. Fresh is the future, and you create your own legacy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Salt Lake City and UCW-Zero Professional Wrestling, live here in Salt Lake City. I'm the Deacon of Doom. We've got one heck of a card for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Such superstars as Jason Jackson versus JT Marshall. We've got Big Vig and Stevie Slick versus the 801 District of Dark Angel, my personal protege, taking on Kade. Great tag team action, and Manny Fresh has come out and challenged anybody tonight. Let's get to action with MK in the ring.
Our following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. And introducing first, weighing in this morning at 165 pounds, from Centerville, Utah, via Chicago, Illinois, JT Marshall!
Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, young JT Marshall, a rookie here in UCW. He's got plenty to prove, and quite frankly, I think he has proved a lot so far in just a few matches that he has had. He stands for everything good in professional wrestling. Heck, I'll say it. He stands for everything good about humanity. A member of the ROTC in high school, in the Air Force. He's a super athlete. Wrestled in high school, and I believe even collegiately. He's an athlete to be reckoned with here tonight, JT Marshall.
And his opponent, weighing in this morning at 205 pounds, from Paco, Colorado, Jason Jackson!
Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about Jason Jackson, again, the most electrifying man in all of UCW. The former UCW-Zero heavyweight champion, the Pitbull. And listen to this crowd erupt as the Pitbull makes his way to face off against JT Marshall tonight. Crowd now beginning to bark here in Salt Lake City as the Pitbull makes another one of his amazing electrifying entrances. JT Marshall's going to have his hands full tonight because he's going against the wily veteran. And wait a minute now, Jason Jackson now takes the microphone from MK. He's got something to say.
Oh my goodness, it's good to be home. Are we feeling good tonight? Are we fired up? I'm fired up because I've been waiting 2 long weeks to dedicate a little song to that no good, disrespectful son of a bitch, Dallas Murdoch.
Wait a minute.
And it goes a little something like this. I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden twinkle in my eye.
Nice voice.
Because I still have your golden certificate, you no good son of a bitch. And it's in a good place. It's in a good, safe place. And I know you got retaliation set up coming my way. When you're ready, I'm ready. Now let's get this show started!
Well, there you heard it. Very poignant words from the Pitbull, Jason Jackson. Nice show of sportsmanship by JT Marshall and the Pitbull, Jason Jackson, as they clasp hands in the middle of the ring. This ought to be a great fight. I'm joined by Commissioner MK on the microphone with me. It's a pleasure to have the Commissioner of UCW-Zero Wrestling, the MK Bandit, beside me tonight. MK, welcome.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much. And I wanted to say I think it's great that Jason Jackson is carrying the word of UCW-Zero all around this great country. Last night, he was a fighting athlete in California. Tonight, he's in Utah, and tomorrow night, he is in Oregon. Isn't that amazing?
Just another testament of the great athletes that we have here in UCW. They do travel all over the Intermountain West, showing the folks that UCW is the best professional wrestling, I believe, MK, not just in the Intermountain West, but also maybe even the entire United States. Nice takedown by Jason Jackson now.
Oh, and Jason Jackson, what an accomplished wrestler, taking on a kind of a newcomer, but the newcomer's learning some tricks by putting his foot on the ropes.
Absolutely. The kid's obviously been in the gym, MK Bandit. You could say that. He's a great athlete, of course, as I mentioned before, formerly in the ROTC, a military man.
That's right. He actually said to me that he absolutely loves the core morals and values of the Air Force. He respects the military. Ooh, look at that. Nice arm drag. Oh, and a reversal.
Looks like JT Marshall. They're exchanging arm drags at this point, a la Ricky Stevo. Another great arm drag by JT Marshall. Two great athletes, and they both go for the drop kick and miss each other. And look at the face of Jason Jackson. He's acknowledging that young JT Marshall may have a little something to prove here tonight, that he belongs in a UCW-Zero ring.
Well, you know, JT Marshall's looking to actually establish himself. Oh, as he goes up for a roll-up here. Oh, just the one count. But JT Marshall looking to establish himself here as one of the top fighting athletes here in UCW-Zero. And what would a win against a former heavyweight champion, former tag team champion do for his career?
Well, that would certainly elevate him. I mean, you, for example, MK Bandit, would have to acknowledge that he has got to be one of the top contenders if he beats somebody like Jason Jackson. I mean, I know he's new on the scene. Crossbody block by JT Marshall.
Well, and I'll tell you something. What's interesting here is you've got Jason Jackson, who took the golden certificate from Dallas Murdoch, and it is written on there. It's a matter of legality that the holder of that golden certificate gets the heavyweight title match. So right now, Jason Jackson could, if he wanted to, get a heavyweight title match. Now, here's a scenario. What if JT Marshall wins this match and takes the golden certificate from him?
Absolutely. You know, anything can happen here in UCW. Jason Jackson does currently hold that golden certificate. Took it right off the announcer's stand and right in front of me. I could do nothing about it, MK.
Well, we're not responsible for that. And I'll tell you something. If I had something as important as the golden certificate, which guaranteed me a heavyweight title shot, I would not just leave it anywhere.
Jason,
oh, look at this.
Jason Jackson now picking up young JT Marshall. I thought he was going for a body slam, and now it's a power slam, a modified power slam by Jackson, 2 count on
and look at that.
JT Marshall.
That had an effect on JT Marshall. I don't think he's seen many of those, and that really took something out of him here. This is where I think Jason Jackson gets the upper hand, and his experience starts taking over.
Absolutely. You know, Commissioner MK, there are a lot of athletes who would look past the JT Marshall because he's young, he is green, one of his first few matches here in UCW. Jason Jackson, though, quite frankly, is not one of those guys. He prepares for every match like it's a title match. He is a true professional, to say the least. Heel kick by Jason Jackson.
Right on the button.
Call the dentist, JT Marshall.
Oh, my goodness, right there. 2 count right there. And we got Junior Greenhorn here in the ring as calling the shots here.
Young Junior Greenhorn, he is our junior referee, so the name is actually fitting, to say the least.
A submission hold here, Junior Greenhorn. I am double duty tonight as the timekeeper as well, so I got to pay attention here. But it looks like JT is looking. This is a submission hold, and if he quits here, it's over.
Absolutely. That front face lock now. Oh, wait a minute. Now
Oh,
Belly to
wow.
back suplex by JT Marshall. What a great move to break that hold. The Pitbull now looks stunned as Marshall scoots over to the corner of the ring, gathering himself.
Jason Jackson's war of attrition seems to be taking over. That was the last little thing Marshall had in the tank, and I don't know if he's got enough to finish Jackson off.
We'll see. Marshall with a huge clothesline, sending Jackson down. Marshall coming in again with another clothesline. And again, Jason Jackson finds himself flat on his back, works his way up to the corner, and now Marshall looks like it.
Oh, Marshall looks blown.
Shoots off with the Irish whip. Nice leapfrog by Jason Jackson. Vintage Jason Jackson.
See, I just don't think as conditioned as he looks, and this is not to take anything away from JT Marshall, I just don't think he has enough stamina to stay in there with the former champion, Jason Jackson. I mean, did you see him go into the corner? He looked very weary.
Absolutely. Looks to be in great shape. Oh, what a move by JT Marshall. A kind of inverted pile driver, you might say.
Pulling a rabbit out of his hat.
Absolutely. Great show of athleticism by JT Marshall. I don't think that could... Wow, 2 count. He almost had him, Commissioner.
He almost
MK.
had him. You know, he just didn't have, in my opinion, everything on that last move. I think he's been worn down a little bit.
Well, Jason Jackson, of course, is the wily veteran. JT Marshall, the rookie. Great matchup here. 2 superstars here in the UCW. Of course, Jason Jackson has proven himself over and over as the Pitbull. And JT Marshall makes
right
a spine
there.
buster.
Oh, and once again, you know, in training...
Folks.
Oh, wow. In training, you look for those, and you train to try and counteract them, but there's nothing quite like taking one in the ring. As a former wrestler, why don't you tell us what that's like when you get caught with one of those?
Well, I can tell you it's very, very painful. In fact, the Deacon broke his leg taking a spine buster one time.
Here we
out
go.
Of action. Now, wait a minute.
Don't mean to cut you off, but it looks like he's going for his big elbow off the top rope. This is it.
This is
oh, wait a minute here.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, now Dallas Murdoch coming in here. Wait, whoa.
Luthez press on Dallas Murdoch. He's coming for that golden certificate right now.
And you've got Junior Greenhorn calling for the bell, and these two going at it in the ring.
Commissioner MK, I am speechless right now. The 2 holders of the golden certificate, formerly Dallas Murdoch, and now Jason Jackson.
Junior Greenhorn just informed me it's a no contest.
No contest here tonight. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and you've got help coming in. Oh, wait a minute. That is not the Reign of Insane coming out to help Dallas Murdoch. Oh, there's the heavyweight champion, Martin Casals. Martin Casals coming in.
Ladies and gentlemen, pandemonium here tonight. Wrestlers are emptying from the dressing room.
Oh, Zach James, the whole locker room. Manny Fresh is out there.
The Ultra X champion, Manny Fresh, has come out.
Oh, Dallas Murdoch coming in. He's loose. This is just a Pier 6 brawl. This is not wrestling. This is fighting.
Folks, it's going to take every bit of energy we have to separate these 2 UCW-Zero superstars.
Well, right now, you can't see it on the monitor, but they've got Dallas Murdoch right in front of us. Oh, there we go. Look, they're holding him tight. Oh, here comes.
Wait a minute, Jason.
Oh, Jason Jackson taking out the whole contingencies here and pummeling Dallas Murdoch.
We have got to restore some order here in Salt Lake
We've
City.
got no one to restore order. Everybody's out here.
These 2.
And the crowd chanting, let them fight.
Commissioner, can they fight now? I'd love to see it.
And look, they're taking him out of the building completely.
Folks, I don't know what to say right now. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back with more UCW-Zero wrestling action.
Wow.
BR Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero, Utah's best live pro wrestling action in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the UCW Training Center, 47 South Orange Street. Tickets are $10 for general admission and $3 for kids 6 and under. Doors open at 6 p.m. and bell time is 6:30 p.m. For more information, go to www.ucwzero.com or call 801-699-7977. And remember, do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. Leave it to us. We are Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero. Motivational pain.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for 1 fall and a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, coming in at a combined weight of 403 pounds, Stevie Slick and Big Vig.
Well, he holds the checkbook in his back pocket. He pays the bills. He pays the wrestlers. He runs the show, ladies and gentlemen. Talking about the CEO of UCW-Zero Wrestling, the Slickster himself, Stevie Slick, and beside him, quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, the scariest man to come along, maybe forever in UCW. Talking about the bodyguard, the security for Stevie Slick, and now wrestler, Big Vig. Big Vig and Stevie Slick now making their way around the ring. Looks like Slick seems very confident, and who wouldn't be? With Big Vig beside you, Slick now stopping to talk to one of the fans. I'm surprised he's not going to throw one of the fans out. He's done it before. I think he'll do it again. But again, it's his show. He runs the show. He pays the bills, that's for sure. He has made UCW-Zero Wrestling what he is. Whether you like him, ladies and gentlemen, or don't like him, he will tell you, learn to live with him, because he is UCW-Zero Wrestling. Right now, I want to take this opportunity to apologize to everyone in our audience here and everyone out in TV land for what you are about to see. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There are some things you can't unsee. And the fans, well, that's an emotional scar, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to take a long time to heal, if it ever does, as Stevie Slick throws his ring attire over toward the announce table. Let's go back to MK.
And now, their opponents, weighing in a combined weight of 334 pounds, they are the Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero Tag Team Champions, Junior X and Paco, the 801 District!
Here they come, ladies and gentlemen, the most exciting duo, the dynamic duo themselves, the UCW-Zero Tag Team Champions, UCW's most popular athletes, talking about the Rockstar, Junior X, Los Mochis Paco. They are the 801 District. The Rockstar, Junior X, Los Mochi Paco showing off the 10 pounds of gold, 20 pounds collectively tonight. They have held those UCW-Zero Championship belts for some months now. They have been threatened by a number of tag teams in UCW, most notably Team Bad. And tonight they're facing a pretty bad team, or at least half a bad team, because they're going against Big Vig. Welcome back, Commissioner MK.
How you doing? I have to apologize to the fans here and the fans at home that I forgot to mention that this is actually for the title. That was my bad. I screwed up. But this is for the title. This is a title match.
Absolutely. The titles are on the line tonight. Los Mochis Paco, Junior X have represented this organization for collectively well over 15 years, close to 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. They have held every single belt in this organization. They are what it means to be called champions for sure. The crowd now chanting the 801, the 801, the 801. Big Vig, though, he's a newcomer here to UCW-Zero. He's been in a few fights, both in the military and his pit fighting days. There you see Stevie Slick allowing Big Vig to try the belt on, you might say. I think Big Vig and Stevie Slick would love to have those belts tonight. This is a prime opportunity. And who better to start things off for Stevie Slick's team than the big man himself, talking about the pit fighter, Big Vig. And he's going to face off against the Rockstar Junior X, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, to say the least. And frankly, Los Mochis Paco and Junior X are two of my best friends. There's the bell. Big Vig and Junior X about ready to lock up now in the middle of the ring. Oh, nice kick by Junior X to the knee of Big Vig.
And that's how you take out the big man. If you take out his wheels, he's not going to be very effective because he's a strength pit fighter. And if you take out those wheels, he's not going to be able to, work his stuff.
Absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth. If you want to slow down Big Vig, you got to take one of those wheels out. And it looks like Junior X is trying to do just that with 3 kicks now to the left knee of Big Vig.
Well, and what's impressive to me about the 801 District is they do their film study. And so it looks like that they, go into the well one too many times. But like I said, go into the film study, go into the film room looking for Big Vig's weakness. And see, there we go. Big Vig, once again, kind of a newbie in this ring, in this format. Oh.
He may be a newbie, MK, but he just picked up Junior X like a sack of potatoes and threw him into the turnbuckle. And now Junior X is writhing in pain as his lower back slammed against the turnbuckle. And now looks like Big Vig's going to start dishing out some punishment, to say the least.
Oh, and I'll tell you something, Big Vig. Oh, see, once again, that film study. We've got Big Vig out there trying to, a little slow, plodding, and look, he's paying the price with the double reverse atomic drop.
Absolutely. Oh, baseball slide. Vintage 801 District as Junior X makes his way up. Drop kicks Big Vig. MK, I think Junior X may have injured his back. He looks really slow, and now he's beginning to roll out. Oh my gosh!
Wow, they almost had this over early. Like Big Vig, big strength. Oh, do you think Paco's gonna? Oh, that look at the strength of Big Vig. But once again, that big elbow misses.
Paco a little bit too fresh, rolls out of the way. Big Vig misses that big, huge elbow. And now Paco beginning to exact some punishment on Big Vig with his high-flying moves. Oh, and
reversal.
Folks, you didn't see it. Stevie Slick just kicked Los Mochi's Paco. Oh, my goodness.
Be careful of the weapons of destruction you create. They may turn on you.
Double Japanese suplex on Big Vig. What is the 801 District doing now? Los Mochi Paco picking up Junior X. Junior X again a little worse for wear, it looks like. Double suplex hopefully on Big Vig. Let's see if it goes.
Oh, I don't know. Look at the strength of Big Vig taking 2 men over.
My God.
In that suplex.
MK, that is one huge man to say the least. Big Vig is not just big, but he is powerful, spending hours of time in the gym. And now Big Vig is picking up Junior X right off the mat.
And Stevie Slick looks pleased. He's yelling at us. He is just pleased with his handiwork right now.
Absolutely. You got to think that Stevie Slick's going to spend as much time away from the action as he usually does tonight. And he's going to let Big Vig take care of business as Vig buries that boot into the neck of Junior X.
And that was a choke, and that's why he drew the 5 count. And I don't know if you folks could see it or not, but you had Stevie Slick. Oh, he's holding the hair.
Look at that. I'm glad we have senior referee John Godfrey in here tonight to take care of business, because with people like Stevie Slick and Big Vig in the ring, you know that some rules are going to be bent, if not broken.
Oh, yeah, and when you're in charge of the company and a wrestler, I mean, come on.
Stevie Slick now, oh my gosh, is he?
Yes, he's raking the eyes, yes.
Eyes. Come on, referee.
And John counting to 5. If he gets to 5, he could DQ him. But see, once again, he broke it up. John Godfrey right in there, not a small man himself, taking charge of this bout.
Vintage Stevie Slick punishing almost sadistically the rock star Junior X, trying to distract the referee as Big Vig waits outside. And you know, if he can get his hands on Junior X when the ref's not looking, he's surely going to do that. Los Mochis Paco waiting for a time to be able to get into this ring and take care of some business.
And he's clapping his hands, trying to get the crowd behind 801 District, the most popular 2 wrestlers in this company, and I'd say in the Intermountain West.
Maybe the 2 most popular wrestlers in the history of UCW, dare I say it, Commissioner.
Yes, I would have to agree with you.
Big Vig now shoots the rock star, Junior X. Oh, big clothesline on the rock star.
Oh, my gosh. Well, you know, when you take a clothesline like that from someone whose arms are that big, why don't you tell us what it's like?
Let me tell you something. Luckily, I have never had a clothesline from Big Vig, but I've had a clothesline from some pretty big folks. And when you hit that mat, after taking that, oh, excuse me, sorry, MK.
Oh, boy.
Big Vig just picked up Junior X and just spins him around, but
Junior X reversal right there. But, you know, that took something out of Junior X right there. And look at Paco reaching out. Now, Stevie Slick isn't really doing much to inspire his professional pit fighter over there.
Absolutely. You got to think that that Stevie Slick wants no part of this match. He's going to stay out as long as he can. Nice DDT by the Rockstar Junior X as he crawls now towards Los Mochi's Paco. And there is the tag, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes Los Mochi's Paco. A right hand, another right hand on Big Vig. Slick, he misses with a clothesline. And now Los Mochi's
And a solid
Paco.
shot to the head of
Absolutely.
Stevie Slick.
You got to think Paco wants to deliver some punishment to Slick right now, but watch out. Lurking in the background is Big Vig.
Oh.
Double kick by Junior X and Paco.
And I think Big Vig's conditioning is a little taking effect here, because when you're in the room lifting weights and everything like that, he's just acting a little slow. And look at that double do-si-do action.
Another do-si-do. Well, not a do-si-do, but double splash. And now Los Mochi Paco snap mares. Stevie Slick out of the corner. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Paco going to be the man of 1,000 moves, you might say. And now Junior X.
No.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Oh, wow. Yahtzee.
I sure am glad Stevie Slick's not planning on having any more kids, ladies and gentlemen, because he may not be able to after that. And Big Vig now.
Big Vig.
Coming down hard.
Security, showing why he is security of this great organization.
Vig now throws Los Mochi Paco to the corner.
His experience is inexperience showing there, and Paco's experience as he's reversing those moves with his feet.
Paco's got to be the smarter of these two when it comes to in-ring action. He's been around now for about a decade, maybe even over a decade. But Big Vig is obviously somebody to be reckoned with. Oh my gosh, what is this, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, slingshot right to the ground there. Big Vig with all his power going for the cover.
Junior X with a save. I thought that was going to be it, and if Junior X had not been there, I think that would have been it. The power of Big Vig slamming Los Mochi's Paco down, and Paco looks confused.
He doesn't know where he is. He's still on Quiz Street as a big hit to the back of the head. That rabbit punch has gotta hurt.
And now Big Vig exacting more punishment on Los Mochi's Paco as he tags in the ever opportunist Stevie Slick as he drops that knee across the neck of Los Mochi's Paco, now holding onto the ropes. Referee John Godfrey, that 5 count. Stevie Slick almost got disqualified.
Oh, but he let go of the hold just enough. The KG veteran understands that if he lets go, the count restarts.
Absolutely.
Now, this is something that's interesting to me, is I'm surprised with the Stevie Slick's influence and power as CEO. He didn't have Junior Greenhorn in there, who's not as experienced as John Godfrey. That's what I would have done if I were a crooked individual like Stevie Slick.
Crooked is just one of the adjectives that I would use to describe Stevie Slick. He is one of the dirtiest players in the game, to say the least, here in Salt Lake City tonight and maybe in the Intermountain West. The owner of UCW-Zero Wrestling trying to once again get those tag team championships belts back.
Oh, and a big shot to the chin. Oh, and look at that. I mean, he outweighs Paco by, what, 100 pounds?
He's got to outweigh Paco by 100 pounds. That thundering clothesline, not only does it knock the breath out of you when you get hit, but when you hit the mat, it does it a second time. Now, big body slam by Big Vig in the middle of the ring.
And I'll tell you what, I wonder if he's going to set him up for the Michinoku driver, which in talking with Big Vig, he couldn't wait to lay down on Los Mochi Paco or Junior X.
And now Big Vig telling the crowd exactly what he's going to do tonight. Crowd now beginning to chant Paco. We've heard it, it's a familiar chant here in Salt Lake City. Paco, 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 as he fires back now on Big Vig with a series of right hands. Paco making his way up. Let's see what he's going to do now. He ducks the line. Crossbody block.
And Big Vig showing his strength. And once again taking, now Paco slippery getting out of that move.
Wait a minute, what's going on now? Looks like Paco is, big body slam there, the big slam.
The Michinoku driver. That's it. It's over.
It's going to be
champions.
over, ladies and gentlemen.
But Junior X coming in and breaking that up.
Absolutely. This polished veteran tag team, Los Mochis Paco and Junior X, have been in battle after battle after battle. Tonight is no different, but tonight they are facing the most powerful man in UCW maybe ever. I'm talking about Big Vig. Nice roll-up by Los Mochis Paco. Two
and
counts.
almost had it.
Here comes Junior X, ladies and gentlemen. X now getting to the ring. He still looks like he's suffering from an injury he sustained earlier in the match.
And a big wheel kick, or if that's what you call it,
spinning
to
heel
the chin.
Kick. Yeah, wheel kick, spinning heel kick by Junior X now as he goes after Big Vig. stomping Big Vig. Double axe handle now on the back of Big Vig. Another double axe handle. And Junior X looks like he wants to finish off Big Vig. Look at that. Big Vig crawling now over to Stevie Slick. And Junior X has him on the ground, pounding away.
Wow, and Big Vig, I don't know if he's, in his pit fighting or that. This tag team, and look at that, Junior X taking Stevie Slick out of the equation. As Big Vig catches him.
He went for the boom boom sucker power slam.
Do you think that Big Vig's been doing some film study of his own?
That could be Junior X.
Almost new tag team champions, but Big Vig didn't get him quite all of him, and Junior X still has a lot in the gas tank, but you don't know how long he can last.
Absolutely, the resilience, the tenacity of Los Mochis, Paco, and Junior X never cease to amaze us here in UCW-Zero. How in the world did Junior X escape that pinfall? That was amazing. Junior X now writhing in pain. Stevie Slick, does he want Big Vig to tag him? Looks like. Wait a minute.
Whoa, wait a minute here. What's he trying to do? This is a critical error on their part. They have the championship within their grasp, and I don't know, what are they doing?
I don't know what they're doing. A conversation, a tea party, who knows what it is. Oh, wait a minute. Junior X now rolls them up. That's it.
And they got him.
And your winner, and still UCW-Zero Tag Team Champions, the 801 District!
They have done it again here in Salt Lake City, ladies and gentlemen. Los Mochis Paco, the Rockstar, Junior X have retained their titles. Unfortunately, it looks like Junior X is down, ladies and gentlemen. Unable to celebrate with his tag partner, Los Mochis Paco, the Rockstar Junior X is down. Big Vig and Stevie Slick now walking out. Wait a minute. They're coming over to the announce table, but I'm more worried, ladies and gentlemen, right now about Junior X, Los Mochis Paco. Looks like he's asking for some help in the dressing room. My broadcast colleague and partner, the MK Bandit, now making their way into the ring, and here comes another referee. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rockstar Junior X is down right now. We're going to keep it right here for a second. I hope he's okay as they're rolling him out. Both referees going to help him out. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with more wrestling action right here in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Let's hear it. And BR Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero, Utah's best live pro wrestling action in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the UCW Training Center, 47 South Orange Street. Tickets are $10 for general admission and $3 for kids 6 and under. Doors open at 6 p.m. and bell time is 6:30 p.m. For more information, go to www.ucw0.com or call 801-699-7977. And remember, do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. Leave it to us. We are Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero. Motivational pain. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and a 15-minute time limit. And now, entering in the ring at this time, from New York City, New York, he is UCW-Zero's only deaf wrestler, the Dark Angel!
Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat tonight. I call him my protege, the man that I personally trained, brought underneath my wing. He's giving me the high five. There's the jazz hands. Ladies and gentlemen, UCW-Zero's only deaf wrestler, the New York City native. I'm talking about the Dark Angel. The Angel now making his way around the ring. Frankly, fans, I'm moved by the show of support by our UCW-Zero fans here tonight. The Dark Angel, against all odds, coming into the ring to once again be a superstar athlete as he signs now to the hard cam. I wish I spoke American Sign Language is not quite the right word. I wish I knew American Sign Language. I'll ask him after.
And his opponent, weighing in this morning at 185 pounds, he is one half
of the Reign of Insane and is accompanied by Bronson Kade.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I had the opportunity. I made a phone call to the State Asylum here in Utah. It's out in the middle of the West Desert. Had a personal conversation with the therapist, the doctor, if you will, Jeremy, the one who says he treats the Reign of Insane. There they are, talking about Bronson and Kade. I talked to him about these two crazy buffoons and what they're doing here in UCW. I talked to him about the danger that they are not only to themselves, to other wrestlers, but to the fans. I implored him, I asked him not to give these guys a day pass on Saturdays anymore. But he told me it was out of his hands. He told me that they had earned it. They'd earned their privileges. That he saw nothing wrong. So I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to send footage to the therapist, Jeremy, so he can see firsthand exactly what these two buffoons have been doing here in UCW-Zero.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's always, every time I see something like this, it's a 2-on-1 almost.
Absolutely.
Now, you now tell us your history. I know you've said it before, but there are some new viewers. Tell us your history with the Dark Angel.
Well, I said it when he walked out. I had the opportunity to train the young man. Of course, as we said before, he's UCW-Zero's only deaf wrestler, maybe the only deaf wrestler in the Intermountain West. I had the opportunity to train him, brought him underneath my wing, so to speak, showed him how to work in a ring, and he just took off like wildfire, ladies and gentlemen. I retired, but I told him he could be something here in UCW-Zero, and quite frankly, MK, he's made a name for himself, to say the least.
Yeah, he has. He's got a few wins under his belt. He's doing very well. Now, notice, I don't know if you mentioned it before, and if you did, I apologize. The fans got quiet, but they weren't quiet according to Howie. Can you explain that?
They weren't quiet in the Dark Angels world, to say the least. Those jazz hands way up in the air.
And that means that's applause for someone who is hearing impaired or deaf, like the Dark Angel.
Absolutely. It's wonderful to see, as I said before you joined me, MK, the fans all standing up, showing their support for UCW-Zero's only deaf wrestler. I want to take a minute to thank our sponsors here tonight. McNear Engineering, they're always supportive of us. A few other sponsors, MK. We've got
La Frontera.
La Frontera. Love the place.
Always Paco's place.
Always Paco's place. Have you had the tamales over there?
They're wonderful.
Absolutely, they're wonderful. Nachos, plenty of jalapeno peppers. We got a hot night here in Salt Lake City, ladies and gentlemen, as the Dark Angel now is taking on Kade, the demented one, Kade.
Now, let me ask you something. Who would you give the strength to, would you give it to the Dark Angel or Kade? I mean, who has the strength advantage here?
Well, I've had the opportunity to work with both of these two athletes, and I'll have to say the strength advantage obviously goes to the Dark Angel, but the experience advantage has to go to Kade, former UCW-Zero champion. He's held Tag Team Champions, Ultra X Championships. He's a different man now, though, MK.
I know. Can you believe just a year ago he was fighting with Bronson?
Formerly UCW-Zero's only superhero, Kid Kade. The mask has come off, and now he just goes by Kade, that eerie beard. And now look at Bronson.
See, now there what I'm talking about. It's a 2-on-1 match. This is a handicap match. That is just totally uncalled for, as Bronson yells at me, but I'm going to speak my mind.
Absolutely, Commissioner MK, and well you should. Bronson doesn't pull any punches when it comes to bending the rules, and I thought he was going to take out the Dark Angel, but the Angel survives that one, to say the least. Big body slam now by the Dark Angel, and Kade finds himself in a world of hurt, and now, folks, you can't see it on your monitor, but Bronson once again up on the apron, and Junior, he gets knocked down.
And look at that. Oh, my goodness. Now, I don't know about the Dark Angel's personal life, but what?
Well, his personal life just got affected because the privates got hit, you might say, MK.
Yeah, his personal life just became private.
Absolutely. Kade now.
Look at this. This is ridiculous.
Bronson posing for a picture. That is absolutely ridiculous, as the Dark Angel's neck draped over the rope, and there goes Bronson again, punishing the Dark Angel.
I don't know how much longer I can stand here, hold this hammer, and watch this.
I'm about to take that hammer right now and take care of some business if something doesn't happen out here.
I mean, I'm doing double duty as a timekeeper. It's so hard for me not to just... Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. That was unprofessional.
The Dark Angel now in the corner. Oh, and again he goes after the private parts.
Oh, now come on. Now, Junior Greenhorn is doing his best, but he's just being distracted. There's only one of them in there. This isn't Lucha.
Absolutely. 2 count now on the Dark Angel. Finds a way to kick out, and now Kid Kade.
And he just wants to beat him. He could have pinned him, and he just wants to beat him.
A barrage of right hands by the former UCW-Zero superhero Kid Kade. Now goes by Kade, and he is punishing the Dark Angel with a little bit of help, I might say. Maybe a lot of help from Bronson.
Oh, and a sleeper hold. And Bronson in the crowd. You fans can't see it, but he's actually in the crowd trying to get the crowd to chant Kade.
Come on, Angel. Come on, Angel. Fight through this. You
now,
can do it.
Why don't you explain what happens with the carotid arteries in a sleeper hold like this?
Absolutely.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry to cut you off there. The Dark Angel, not taking any of this.
Absolutely not. Big right hand by the Dark Angel, and now he suplexes Kid Kade. I can't believe he got out of that sleeper, and now he pins. Oh, 2 count on Kade. I thought he may have won that match, but it's going to take a lot more to pin a wily veteran like Kade, especially with somebody like that snake in the grass Bronson out beside the ring, waiting to come in and help his friend Kade.
Oh, and there he goes into the corner, putting everything he had to move the Dark Angel into the corner.
Absolutely. Kid Kade now pinning the Dark Angel. Oh my gosh.
Oh, 2 count, just a 2 count there.
Just inches away from the mat.
I think his hands actually hit the mat, but then he called it off because the shoulder was up.
Drops that big forearm on the cranium of the Dark Angel, and look at, ladies and gentlemen, standing just beside Kade is that diabolical one. The one who has the deepest, darkest, most hollow eyes I have ever seen, and that is Bronson. You know, he had the audacity to have T-shirts sent here with his name on them. They're for sale in Paco's place.
I saw those.
My goodness.
And look at him. He's just working the crowd and the ref. I mean, this is ridiculous. Like I said, it's almost a handicap match, if not directly a handicap match.
And now Bronson working his what he calls magic for sure. I call it insane.
Oh, and and Kade, I thought he was under the spell of Bronson. It was going to be a temporary thing, but I think it's permanent.
I don't think it's temporary at all. These two spend a lot of time together in their padded cell. Again, I spoke with Jeremy about these day passes he gives them on Saturday nights and how I think they're totally uncalled for. But he told me they're under their best behavior when they're locked up, and so they've earned them, MK. I don't know what to say.
I speak. Oh, whoa!
Here's that strength we were talking about.
A big bear hug.
Big bear hug by the Dark Angel.
And Bronson trying to distract the referee. He's not having any of it. Bronson trying to, trying to get Kade's attention. But, there we go. Big boot to the knee.
This could be the Shining Wizard. Oh, the Dark Angel ducked it.
The Dark Angel countered that move.
Torture rack. Oh, and somehow Kade spins out of it. Angel ducks the
line. Oh, here we go.
Pulls up Kade. He did it! He did it, MK! I cannot believe it!
And your winner, the Dark Angel!
Ladies and gentlemen, this may be the proudest moment of the Deacon's wrestling career. And I'm sitting in the broadcast booth. The Dark Angel just rolled up Kade, and he pinned him for the 1, 2, 3.
Why don't you go give him a hug? He certainly deserves it.
Absolutely, Angel.
This is amazing. The Dark Angel getting a victory and embracing his trainer. What a wonderful night right here in UCW-Zero. We have so much more right after this.
and gentlemen, wait a minute.
Wait. I didn't know what the main event was. It didn't say anything on my run sheet. Did it say anything on yours?
No, but Rocky Ocean's out here, and he's staring me down. Listen, Mr. Ocean, I got no bone to pick with you tonight. Rocky Ocean.
He's got a microphone, and so I guess he's going to talk to us. I mean, I didn't get anything from on our run sheet.
Absolutely not. This is a total surprise to me, Commissioner MK. Rocky Ocean, third generation Puerto Rican superstar, has a few words to say tonight.
Let's let him talk.
All right, you can cut the music.
Crowd, let them have it here tonight. They're not happy that Rocky Ocean making this unannounced entrance.
He's been winning, but he hasn't been winning the
Primero
right
que nada, le
way.
voy a dar un mensaje, sí, a usted.
What's he?
A usted le voy a decir algo.
He's not speaking English, MK.
No, he's
Es una falta de respeto que yo lleve aquí un año en este ring y me hagan faltado de respeto poniéndome con mediocres luchadores y todavía no me han dado una oportunidad por un título.
basically he's calling out he's calling out Manny Fresh, the Ultra X
I
champion.
thought he said he liked your suit.
That's what he said.
I know that half of you understand what I'm saying, but since you want me to speak English, I will do it. But let me tell you something. English is not the natural language for American USA.
Oh, come
all
on, come
You don't
on.
speak Navajo, right?
He said they don't speak Navajo. He's
I've
got a
been
point
feel
there.
disrespect for you. Yeah, you and the board of director. So I demand a title shot now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot
Well,
believe
Manny
it.
Fresh did say he
You
wanted
all
to take.
suck.
Well, you know what? Just give me a second here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Commissioner MK is now leaving his broadcast post, and he's going towards right. You know, I wouldn't go towards Rocky Ocean, but I think Commissioner MK is going to make this match. I mean, obviously, at the beginning of the show, Manny Fresh came out and said he would take on anybody, and so it looks like Commissioner MK is going to make this thing happen.
He wants the shot, and Manny Fresh sent out an open challenge.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a match tonight. Again, not on the run sheet. I didn't expect it, but here he is, the Ultra X champion himself, Manny Fresh, with belt in hand. He wants to take care of some business, and tonight, Rocky Ocean, the man of very few words so far here in UCW.
Well, very few English words.
Very few English words comes out. He has a statement to make.
Well, I'm bilingual, and speaking with him earlier, not tonight, but in other things, he's very offended that people expect him to speak English because where he's from, which is part of the United States, Puerto Rico, they speak Spanish and English.
Well, I'm thankful that my broadcast partner is bilingual, ladies and gentlemen, because he had some tough words apparently to say to the champ, Manny Fresh, and now Fresh comes out and looks like Manny Fresh is ready to battle. I mean, he said it at the beginning of the show. He would take on any and all comers, and he wanted to be a great fighting champion to really garner the respect of the UCW fans, to make this belt mean something, talking about the Ultra X Championship right now. And Manny Fresh says yes, he's going to fight, and Manny Fresh will fight. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a match. I just got word from Commissioner MK that everything's been taken care of. It's Manny Fresh, the Ultra X champion, taking on the third generation Puerto Rican superstar, the man who trained under Carlos Colon. I'm talking about Rocky Ocean.
And this is for the title. I got to say, Manny Fresh wants to be a fighting champion. We talked earlier today. He said he's not ducking anybody, so I'm giving the folks what they want.
Obviously, he's not ducking anybody, and, well, that's not just anybody in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. That's Rocky Ocean. He is a proven veteran, not just here in Salt Lake City, but he is proven in Puerto Rico. Again, third-generation superstar. He's got W's underneath his belt, and tonight he's made a statement. He's made a splash, MK.
Well, let me tell you something. Manny Fresh is a champion in two sports. His team, the Utah State Unique, is the champion of the RMFL semi-pro football team.
A tough guy, to say the least, is Manny Fresh, as Rocky Ocean shoots him off the ropes, tries to deliver a clothesline block. Oh, a nice, thunderous thigh. Oh, and a big clothesline by Manny Fresh. There's that.
Oh,
spearing.
there's the shoulder tackle right there. He's been doing it on, he's a wide receiver, and he's been doing it on linebackers for years, and now he's doing it to Rocky Ocean.
Now Manny Fresh with that roll. What do you call that, MK? That rolling slam.
That's a rolling slam.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I thought
wow.
he had three. I thought he had three.
Now Rocky Ocean doing what we've seen him do before, take the equivalent of a timeout here by rolling to the outside, and Manny Fresh is not going to let him have any of it.
Absolutely not. Manny Fresh has got a few matches under his belt. He's proud to be the Ultra X champion.
Went to the well one too many times.
The wily veteran himself, ladies and gentlemen. Rocky Ocean with a nice drop kick. He really got up there, MK. He's an athlete, to say the least.
Oh, yeah, both these men, incredible athletes. And honestly, this is a main event of the best in state, and this is a great pay-per-view quality match for these live folks and for you folks out there in television land.
Bolo-like forearm from Rocky Ocean. Almost a European uppercut. Big chop now by Rocky Ocean, and backs up Manny Fresh into the ropes. Oh, another big chop.
Now, let me tell you something. Both these guys are fighters. I mean, like, legitimate fighters.
Oh, wow. Did you hear
how hard he hit so hard in that turnbuckle. And look at him kicking him in the back. That's the strategy that I'm talking about. That's the strategy and experience we're talking about. He knew he hurt his back going into the corner, and so then he kicked him in the back. And look, working on his back again.
Absolutely. Continues to work the back of Manny Fresh. Now, one of those huge clubbing-like forearms onto the back of Manny Fresh. And now look at this. Is he choking him, MK?
You know what? Yes, on the monitor, it looks like he's choking him. And that's why John Godfrey, our senior official, was giving him the 5 count. And a kick to the head.
I saw Rocky Ocean walk into the building, tried to get a few words from him. He spoke to me in Spanish, and I'm not bilingual, don't know what he said. I don't think he was complimenting me, though, as he pushed me to the side and walked into the dressing room.
No, I don't think he was. And I'll tell you so. Oh, big chop.
Wow.
I just came from a week in Mexico City, and I'm going to tell you something. You know, speaking Spanish and the body language is a universal language, and his body language went, big Samoan drop. The body language when I saw him talking to you was not very complimentary.
Absolutely not. Manny Fresh takes that Samoan drop. He took it pretty hard, Commissioner MK.
And look at the shock on, you can't really see it from our cameras, but the shock on Rocky Ocean's face that he didn't get the 3 count with what I would say is his finishing move shocked him. What happens there when you put your best effort, your biggest move on your opponent, and they kick out? What do you do?
Happens. You know, one of the things you got to do, and I don't think Rocky Ocean did it, you got to get up immediately and to begin that attack again. Too many wrestlers, Commissioner MK. They're stunned, and rightly so, but they need to get back on the attack. You cannot give your opponent time to get up, and Rocky Ocean did just that. Luckily, he's still on top right now, at least in his mind, as he continues to bend the rules.
Well, he might have won the match.
Absolutely.
Oh, and an eye rake on the ropes. I mean, there's several reasons why he should be breaking those holds. And, you know, does a championship mean as much to you if you win it cheating?
Well, not to me, Commissioner MK, to be quite frank, but I think it would to Rocky Ocean. He's willing to do anything to win a championship, and all he cares about is the money and the prestige that comes along with that championship. Well, that much I can tell from his body language.
Well, thank you. Well said, and I don't mean to cut you off, but you know what happened just there is the flash from the photographer distracted Rocky Ocean, and he looked his head to the side just for a moment as he was executing that clothesline to miss Manny Fresh's own clothesline, and they both go down.
Wow. Big action. Manny Fresh with a huge clothesline from the two-sport athlete. Another big clothesline by Fresh right now, and Fresh seems to be gathering up a second win, so to speak. Stomps to the chest, and now Rocky Ocean finds himself in a bad position.
And a pure move of strength there.
Absolutely. Oh, and Ocean kicks out.
Oh, and he also was, it looked like he was on the ropes as well. John Godfrey, there was a rope break. That was smart by the veteran there to not use his energy to try and kick out and just put his foot on the rope.
Nice piece of officiating by senior referee John Godfrey, and now Manny Fresh. He's got, oh, what a move, ladies and gentlemen.
My
That's
goodness.
Gonna do it, I think. Wow, did he hit it? It's over.
And still, Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero Ultra X Champion, Manny Fresh.
The Fresh one himself, Manny Fresh, defends the Ultra X title here tonight. Commissioner MK handing the belt off to senior referee John Godfrey. What an incredible main event here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
And an impromptu main event. This is what you have at Best in State. Every match a 5-star, every match is the best.
Absolutely a 5-star match to say the least. Manny Fresh retains that Ultra X Championship belt. A fighting champion is what he said he wanted to be as we began the show tonight. And he holds onto the belt. And wait a minute, Rocky Ocean now coming over towards us.
I can't repeat what he said in Spanish. I can't repeat that in English.
Enough about Rocky Ocean. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is, the Ultra X champion, Manny Fresh. We want to thank you for watching Ultra Championship Wrestling live from Salt Lake City, and we'll see you next week with more wrestling action.